Hello and welcome to the webinar overview of Tufts University's pre-college programs for high school students. We're thrilled that you're joining us this evening to learn more about the exciting opportunities for study on campus this summer. My name is Ariana Wilson and I'm the Director of Pre-College Programs here at Tufts. I'm here with my pre-college teammates who I'll let introduce themselves.
My name is Tara Pope. I'm the Marketing Director for University College, the new school at Tufts that pre-college programs falls under. I support the pre-college team, getting the word out about all of our exciting programs that take place in the summer and throughout the academic year.
My name is Sally Kim, and I'm one of the program administrators for pre-college programs. I'm responsible for managing the Engineering Design Lab Intensive, Coding 101 Intensive, and the Tufts Summer Research Experience.
My name is Karen McGuire, and I'm another program administrator for pre-college programs, specifically aiding with the School of Museum of Fine Arts Studio Art Intensive, the Leadership for Social Change Intensive, and the International Relations Intensive.
And my name is James Spazziro. I'm also a program administrator for pre-college, specifically running point on the Tufts College Experience, courses at Tufts for high schoolers, and the MiniMed School Intensive.
We'll begin today by giving you a brief overview of the programs we're offering this summer. And after that, we'll respond to questions that you've sent us, as well as other frequently asked questions about the programs and application process. If you have questions throughout the presentation, you're welcome to post them in the Q&A box on your screen, and we'll answer as many as we can in the available time. If you include your email address when you post, and we don't get to it, we'll answer you via email.
Additionally, if you're looking for more information, you can go to our website at precollege.tufts.edu, and that's a great place to start. As you go through, you will find summer 2020 programs up at the top. You can click there and you can look at all the different programs that we have. On the program-specific pages, you will find information about our offerings as well as the link to the program application. Each program requires students to complete a brief online application. The application requirements vary depending on which program you're applying to, so we will touch on those requirements when we discuss each program individually.
This summer, we're offering 9 programs specifically designed for high school students, which we'll go through over the course of this presentation. We have 3 6-week programs: the Tufts Summer Research Experience, where students spend 6 weeks working in labs alongside Tufts' premier research faculty; the Tufts College Experience, where students reside on campus and take courses and participate in a variety of college prep workshops and activities; and courses at Tufts for high schoolers, where students commute to campus and take courses. Both the Tufts College Experience and courses at Tufts for high schoolers are made up of regular Tufts undergraduate level courses for credit, either on campus or online. We also have 6 intensives. Here at Tufts, we use the word intensive to describe our programs that are 2 or 3 weeks in length and delve deeply into one particular topic. This summer, we're offering intensives in engineering, international relations, leadership, coding, and studio art, which is run through the School of Museum of Fine Arts, and new this year, our MiniMed School program. To ensure we can provide you the best customer service possible for each of our programs, and as they mentioned earlier, our program administrators, James, Karen, and Sally, have specific programs that they focus on and act as a liaison to the students and families who plan to, and hopefully do, enroll in the programs. Each of the program administrators will go over these programs in more detail throughout the course of the presentation.
Great, so first up, we have the Tufts College Experience, or TCE as we like to call it around the office. TCE is a 6-week residential program running from June 28th to August 7th. The program is open to rising high school juniors, seniors, and spring 2020 high school graduates, and students must be age 15 by the start of the program. TCE is designed to give students a taste of what college life is like, and students enroll in 2 courses. You have the opportunity to select 2 out of the more than 60 undergraduate 4-credit courses available to high school students this summer in more than 35 different departments. Through TCE, you can explore new subject areas and take a class that is not generally offered in high school, such as cosmology for the curious or social psychology. Alternatively, you can knock out some of your future undergraduate requirements with classes like chemical principles or introductory physics. Most of our classes are regular undergraduate courses taught by Tufts professors, and high school students have the opportunity to study with and alongside our incredible Tufts students and faculty. At the end of the program, TCE students will receive Tufts credit for successful completion of their coursework, and they will be able to request a Tufts transcript. In addition to the 2 courses they select, students may also enroll for free in our workshops designed to help prepare them for college applications. our SAT prep workshop, and admission essay writing workshop. These courses are extremely popular, so students should register early to make sure to reserve their seat. Furthermore, on Fridays, all TCE students will attend our College Prep 101 workshop. The morning session will be led by Tufts staff and students and will explore and teach valuable skills necessary for college, like how to choose your major or how to write an effective resume. And then every Friday afternoon, students will tour a different Boston area college or university, getting a better idea of what college life is like at the many institutions of higher ed that Massachusetts has to offer. And the undergraduate experience wouldn't be complete without the social aspects of college. TCE students will live in Tufts Residence Hall, housed with other pre-college students, and will have the opportunity to get to know other pre-college students from across the country and around the world. Our residence life team plans social activities in the evenings, like trips to nearby Davis Square, or more low-key events in the dorm, like ice cream socials and movie nights. On weekends, students have the opportunity to adventure with their peers to Boston area highlights, from sightseeing downtown, exploring Boston's famous Freedom Trail, to fun at Six Flags and treetop adventures. And then in addition to the online application, this program requires a transcript, one letter of recommendation, and a parent permission form.
Up next is the Tufts Summer Research Experience, also known as TSRE. TSRE runs from June 28th to August 7th and is open to rising high school juniors and seniors who will be 16 by the start date of the program. TSRE can be either a commuter or a residential program depending on each student's housing needs. As a part of TSRE, students will work in labs, working alongside Tufts faculty members and graduate students, contributing to the cutting-edge research being done on Tufts campuses. This summer, we have 20 labs available for students to work in, ranging in subject areas from the lab sciences like biology and chemistry, to social sciences like psychology and child health and human development, to engineering labs like robotics and biomedical engineering, across all 3 of our Tufts campuses in Medford, Somerville, Boston, and Grafton. The academic portion of the program runs from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Most of the day, 9 to 3 with a lunch break, will be spent working in the labs, gaining hands-on experience in research science in a range of disciplines, including biomedical engineering, psychology, physics, or anthropology, just to name a few. Faculty mentors will guide students in understanding and contributing to their ongoing scientific inquiry. Students will learn about hypotheses being explored in Tufts labs, discover how to perform controlled experiments whenever possible, as well as how to interpret and represent the data being produced. They will expand on this knowledge in daily journal clubs, where they will discuss ongoing breakthroughs in science, while also learning to better analyze and interpret scientific research in their writing. The program will culminate in a poster session in which all TSRE students present a poster elaborating on their research questions to the larger scientific community at Tufts. Commuter students are expected to arrive on campus at 9 a.m. for the start of the program and depart at 5 p.m. Residential students, however, will live in the dorms and balance their academic work with social activities throughout the evenings and weekends, just like the students attending the Tufts College experience. In addition to the online application, this program requires a transcript, one letter of recommendation, a parent permission form, and a personal statement indicating your top 3 labs of interest and why you are interested in the research being conducted in those labs.
Cool. And our third 6-week program is courses at Tufts for high schoolers, which we abbreviate CATHS. This program is similar to TCE in that students enroll in college-level courses for credit at Tufts. The important difference is that CATHS is a commuter-only program. However, if students wish to enroll in online classes, which can be taken anywhere in the world with a reliable internet connection, they may enroll via CATHS as well. There are 2 sessions of CATHS. The first runs from May 20th to June 26th, and the second runs from June 30th to August 7th. This program is available to rising high school sophomores through seniors and also spring 2020 high school graduates. CATHS is a flexible program and allows students to take 1 or 2 courses per session with a maximum of 4 throughout the summer. We're offering more than 130 different courses to high school students this summer across the 2 sessions, most of which are Tufts undergraduate courses taught by Tufts professors. The full list of courses can be found at summer.tufts.edu/courses. Students will receive Tufts credit upon successful completion of the courses and may request a transcript at the end of the program. Enrollment in any courses at Tufts allows students to take advantage of the college preparation workshops I mentioned when I spoke about TCE. The SAT prep workshop and the admission essay writing workshops are available to CATHS students free of charge, but be sure to register early to reserve your spot as they fill up fast. CATHS students may also enroll in the College Prep 101 workshop that I mentioned before for an additional fee. As a commuter program, CATHS grants the flexibility for local students to come to campus when their classes meet. But when class is not in session, students need not remain on campus. However, students enrolled in any of our programs will have access to the libraries and the gyms. In addition to the online application, this program requires a transcript, one letter of recommendation, and a parent permission form.
Thanks, Sally and James. That wraps up our 6-week program offerings.
We have a question just about anything available for rising sophomores.
The individual courses that are available through Courses at Tufts for High Schoolers and the Tufts College Experience are not open to sophomores. Just as an across-the-board sort of answer, any courses that are offered specifically for high schoolers, like any of our CSS courses, which you can find on our website, are open to sophomores. All of the SMFA workshops are open to sophomores. From there, it's sort of a course-by-course basis. You can find all that information on the website or email us to find out specifics about any given course.
And just for clarification, when we say rising, we mean 9th grade rising into 10th grade as rising sophomores, 10th grade rising into 11th grade as rising juniors, and 11th grade rising into 12th grade as rising seniors.
Now on to the intensives. As a reminder, these programs are shorter in duration and focus deeply on one specific subject area. For all of the intensives, the academics of the program run from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. For those students who choose to live on campus, there will be social activities scheduled in the evenings and on weekends. Lunch is provided for all students, including commuter students. 3 meals a day will be provided for students who elect to live on campus. So the first intensive that we will discuss is the Studio Art Intensive at the School of the Museum of Fine Arts, or SMFA for short, as we like to call it. This is a 3-week program running from July 12th to 31st and is available to commuter and residential students. The program will take place on the SMFA campus located next to the Museum of Fine Arts in the scenic Fenway area of downtown Boston. Residential students will live on Tufts Medford Somerville campus, but transportation downtown will be provided. The SMFA Studio Art Intensive gives student artists the opportunity to work with new materials and deepen their understanding of familiar mediums. Over the course of the program, students will participate in foundations classes, taught by a team of the SMFA's artists and educators in such areas as drawing, painting, sculpture, and digital media. Classes will blur the lines between disciplines, giving students a chance to work with a range of materials from acrylic, paints and charcoal to wire, found objects, and digital animation. Additionally, with visits to local museums like the Museum of Fine Arts and the Institute of Contemporary Art, students will answer questions like how do artists examine, critique, and better the world around them? How can art transcend medium by combining and transforming materials in order to communicate something unique and meaningful? Throughout the program, students will be assigned their own studio space where they will work one-on-one with SMFA instructors to develop their portfolios and artistic work. On the last day of the program, students will participate in a final exhibition attended by their family, friends, faculty, and other members of the SMFA at Tufts community. Students will have the chance to learn what it is like to work on exhibitions as they collaboratively curate and install the show. In addition to the online application, students must submit a parent permission form and a short statement on their goals for attending the program this summer. Students also have the option to submit a portfolio of their work, but this is not required.
The second intensive we offer is the Engineering Design Lab in partnership with Tufts Renowned School of Engineering. This 2-week program takes place in 2 sessions, July 12th to July 24th, or July 26th to August 7th, and is open to rising high school sophomores through seniors. Students must be 15 by program start, and like most of our other programs, Engineering Design Lab offers both the commuter and residential option depending on student needs. Students will have the opportunity to hear from Tufts' outstanding engineering faculty and industry experts, learning about engineering research being done at Tufts, as well as challenges encountered by Tufts faculty as a part of their work, and how those challenges can be solved with the tools and technologies within their labs. Taking advantage of the state-of-the-art no-lot makerspace at Tufts, students will have access to and leverage a variety of laser cutting, 3D printing, robotics, and computation platforms. Students will attend workshops where they will develop the programming and maker skills they need to take on a real-world challenge of their own. As a part of this program, students will gain a more comprehensive understanding of the different ways that engineers solve problems and challenges in both the public and private sectors. They will gain experience in rapid prototyping and will learn more about how to respond to client needs in their engineering designs. Working in small groups, they will have the opportunity to tackle their own challenge, utilizing their newly acquired mechanical and electrical engineering skills to create design prototypes. They will have the opportunity to present their prototypes in a final exhibition attended by their peers, Tufts faculty members, and family. In addition to the online application, this program requires a transcript, one letter of recommendation, and a parent permission form.
Our third intensive offered in the summer of 2020 is Leadership for Social Change, a 2-week residential-only intensive that takes place from July 12th to 24th. This program is run out of Tufts Tisch School of Civic Engagement and is designed for students who are passionate about making a difference in their communities. Over the course of the program, students will gain the leadership and practical skills necessary to become true change makers. They will engage in workshops taught by Tufts faculty in a range of disciplines, including political science, public health, education, nutrition policy, and environmental science. Students will also participate in panel discussions and hands-on workshops with Tufts students, elected officials, and policymakers. They will go out into the Boston area community to explore the issues about which they are learning on the ground and to participate in direct service work. The program combines academics, fieldwork, skill building, and opportunities for community interaction with exploration of specialized topics in civic and public life, including politics, advocacy, and social entrepreneurship. In the last week of the program, students will work on a capstone project, individually or in small groups, exploring a policy area of interest and developing an action plan for change. They will research the policy problem and its root causes, evaluate policy solutions that have been proposed, and develop their own plan of action. Students will then have the unique opportunity to receive invaluable feedback from state legislators on their action plan. On the last day of the program, students will present their proposals to a group of their peers, as well as faculty, staff, and family members. Students will emerge from the program with a greater understanding of issues of inequity and inequality, with the enhanced skills and understanding necessary to effect social change. Additionally, students will receive Tufts pre-matriculation credit upon successful completion of the program. In addition to the online application, this program requires a transcript, one letter of recommendation, a parent permission form, and a personal statement elaborating on your interest in social justice and civic engagement. The fourth intensive that we have available this summer is the International Relations Intensive, which is a 2-week program running from July 19th to 31st. This program offers a residential and a commuter option and is open to rising high school juniors and seniors who will be at least 15 by the start of the program. The International Relations Intensive gives high school students great insight into this rapidly changing field and is perfect for students interested in studying current and historical global issues. As you may know, Tufts is home to the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy, one of the top graduate schools in international affairs in the country. This program takes full advantage of the tremendous faculty and expert resources of the Fletcher School and of Tufts' accomplished International Relations program in the School of Arts and Sciences. Students will attend lectures with Tufts faculty members on such topics as cybersecurity, alliance dynamics, and nuclear proliferation, citizens and empires, and negotiation and conflict resolution. Further, in accord with Tufts' goals that all students emerge with foreign language and cultural competency, IR intensive students will study a language of their choosing with Tufts language professors. Students will have the opportunity either to continue their studies with a familiar language by taking intermediate French, intermediate Spanish, advanced Spanish, or English as a second language, or they can learn a new language, choosing from beginning Russian, beginning Arabic, and beginning Chinese. Student studies will culminate in a research paper on an international relations topic of their choice. IR intensive students will receive Tufts pre-matriculation credit upon successful completion of the program. In addition to the online application, this program requires a transcript, one letter of recommendation, and a parent permission form. Within the application, students will be asked their top 2 language preferences. Students who select intermediate French or advanced or intermediate Spanish will be asked to take a placement test to assess their current level of proficiency.
Next, we have Coding 101, a 3-week commuter or residential program running from July 12th through July 31st. The Coding 101 intensive will equip students of all levels of experience with in-demand programming skills needed to build apps that solve real-world problems. Students will learn or expand their knowledge of coding language Python, one of the most popular programming languages in use today, used for mobile apps, web, and software development, as well as desktop graphic and user interfaces. It's a critical component of websites like Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. In addition to learning Python, students will engage in other topics like web scraping, natural language processing, and data analytics in workshops taught by Tufts graduate students and faculty, and gain hands-on experience with programming throughout the first 2 weeks. In addition, and a new component of the Coding 101 program this year, tech treks to Boston area technology-centric companies such as HubSpot, Google, Ginkgo Bioworks, Fidelity, and more will allow students to explore the vast array of careers in the expanding fields of software and technology and see real-world application of what they are learning. The last week will offer students the chance to apply what they've learned as they focus on designing, creating, and pitching their own app, which they will demo to a group of their peers, as well as Tufts faculty and staff. Upon successful completion of the program, students will receive Tufts pre-matriculation credit for their work. In addition to the online application, this program requires a transcript, one letter of recommendation, and a parent permission form. Students will also be asked to fill out a brief survey indicating their past experience with computers.
And finally, we have MiniMed School, which is a new program for summer 2020. MiniMed School is a 2-week commuter or residential program running from July 12th to 24th. This summer intensive provides driven students who are interested in medical school or in other health professions the opportunity to study with one of the nation's leading medical schools, Tufts University School of Medicine. Through lectures and medical case studies, coupled with hands-on training, students will begin to experience what it takes to study medical sciences. Field trips to the Tufts Medical Campus will include visits to the Clinical Skills and Simulation Center and exercises highlighting the latest in surgical techniques. Question and answer sessions with admission staff, medical doctors, doctors from other health professions, and medical students will help participants get a feel for medical school and the career options they have in medicine and related health sciences. With the belief that the future of medicine and medical training is a One Health approach, this program is uniquely interdisciplinary and is distinctive in its ability to draw on the stunning array of schools beyond the School of Medicine dedicated to the health science and medicine at Tufts University, including the School of Dental Medicine, the Cummings School of Veterinary Medicine, the Friedman School of Nutrition Science and Policy, and the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences. In addition to the online application, this program requires a transcript, one letter of recommendation, and a parent permission form. 1 year of prior biology experience is strongly preferred for this highly competitive program.
All right, well, thank you to all of our program admins for walking us through all of their individual programs, and thank you to all of you for listening to our full overview of the Tufts pre-college programs. We will spend the remainder of, first I want to tell you, about our next upcoming webinar. We're going to do an intensives deep dive on Thursday, February 13th at 7 p.m. You can register for that. The link will be on our social media pages. We'll repost that tonight for all of you if you're interested, if you haven't already, and you may have seen some emails with that as well. We'll spend the remainder of the webinar answering your questions, as well as other frequently asked questions about the program. We've been taking notes of questions that have been asked throughout the webinar, and if you have any questions now, you may feel free to keep sending them through, and we'll get to as many as we can. As a reminder, if we do not get to your question before that time, and you've provided your email address, we will reply to you offline, or you're always welcome to email us at precollege.tufts.edu, or give us a call anytime at 617-627-2926. One of the first questions that I see up there is, are you looking for a letter from a math or science teacher for the letter of recommendations, or will any teacher work? Any teacher will work. It doesn't have to be from one of those specific topics. So let us know if you need anything else there. And the next question I see is, are there any opportunities to meet other students attending the program before it starts? We are still working out the details of what will happen for orientation type activities, but hopefully there will be some opportunities to meet some people before the programs, or at least at the start of the programs. So that is all the questions I see right now that are the live questions. I have some other questions I'd like to talk through, and then if you think of anything while we're talking, please feel free to keep chatting us. One of the big questions I see a lot and receive very frequently is, when are the applications due? For all of our programs, the applications are due by May 1st, though applications are accepted on a rolling basis. This means that the sooner you submit your application and all of your application materials, the sooner you'll receive an admission decision. When you submit your application and any additional materials, you will receive an admission decision within 10 business days. To see your admission decision, you can log into your application portal. We encourage you to apply early, as we stop accepting applications when our programs fill up.
We also get a lot of questions about what are the materials you need to submit along with your application. As our program administrators mentioned when they described each of the programs, there's typically a parent permission form, a transcript, and a recommendation, along with, as you heard, the specified additional requirements of the programs depending on what program it is. So in terms of the parent permission form, upon submission of your application, the parent permission form will be emailed to the parent or guardian listed in your application. Your parent will just need to follow the link in the email to grant permission. If your parent does not receive the permission form within 24 hours, please contact us. Please note it does take about a day for the system to send that email, but please let us know and we can send it along if it doesn't come through. With respect to transcripts, we require transcripts to be emailed to precollege.tufts.edu by an administrator or counselor from your high school. Unfortunately, we don't accept transcripts that are emailed by students, as a transcript needs to come directly from your high school. If your high school cannot email the transcript, they're welcome to mail it to us at Tufts Pre-College Programs, Tufts University, 108 Packard Avenue, Medford, Massachusetts, 02155. You'll see that information on our website as well as on the application when you're going to submit. With respect to the recommendation, as Tara mentioned, any teacher or guidance counselor is sufficient for your letter of recommendation. You'll indicate the name and email address of the person that you wish to write your letter of recommendation within your application, and as soon as you do so, an email will be sent to that recommender asking them to submit their letter. They'll follow the link in the email and fill out a short form and upload their letter. If your recommender does not receive an email from us coming from precollege@tufts.edu, please let us know and we can resend that link.
Cool. Just one note on the recommender as well. Tara mentioned before it can be any teacher. It also doesn't have to be a teacher. It can be a guidance counselor or an employer if you have a part-time job as well.
And we just received another question. Can high school students register students who are going to be in 10th grade with bio honors in 9th grade for medicine programs?
So as of now, the MiniMed School is only open to rising juniors and above. That's because we've received just such an influx of applications for this program. That is at the discretion of the program directors. So if you'd like, you can email us and we can push along that question to the program directors in your specific case. But as a matter of general policy, it is for rising juniors and above.
Okay. The other big question is financial aid available? We have a limited amount of scholarships that we distribute on a need-based, first-come, first-served basis. Once a student is accepted into a program, he or she will receive an admission agreement form, which allows you to tell us that you plan to come to the program. On that form, students will be able to indicate if you're interested in applying for financial aid. By checking the box, you will have a form attached to your application that you can submit to be considered. We will award scholarships on a monthly basis starting at the end of this month, February. until all of our scholarship funds have been distributed. Once you've sent in your financial aid application, we will be in contact with you throughout the process regarding the status of your aid allocation. Once you are accepted into the program, you will receive automated emails telling you to submit your deposit and pay your tuition. But if you've applied for a scholarship, you can rest assured that we will keep you updated on the progress of your application and the status of the aid. To know, even if you're applying for financial aid due to the competitive nature of our programs, your spot cannot be reserved until you've put down a deposit. Your acceptance, however, will stand until the final tuition due date of May 15th, or your tuition is paid in full. Any applicant can apply for scholarships for all of our programs except for Leadership for Social Change. LSC is grant funded, and therefore the scholarship money that we distribute is restricted to a select set of applicants. So another question that I see is, what is included as a residential student of the program? Residential students for all of our programs will be housed together, most likely in Carmichael and Miller Halls, which are undergraduate dorms located on the residential quad. Students will be placed in rooms with other students attending their program, and upon acceptance, students will be asked to fill out a brief survey with questions like, how late do you like to stay up? When do you like to wake up? How social do you want your room to be? So that they can match you up well. Staff RAs and heads of house will live in the dorms with the students and will be available to assist students in the halls. Our Res Life team will also be in charge of coordinating activities that take place in the evenings and on weekends. On weeknights, students have the option to engage in more low-key activities in the dorms or in nearby Davis Square. On weekends, students can sign up to attend our bigger field trips, like trips to a Red Sox game, Boston museums, or amusement parks, with no additional cost. Residential students will also receive 3 meals a day in our dining hall, DeWick. DeWick is a buffet-style dining where students can choose from the daily featured meal or build their own salad or sandwich. Waffles and soft-serve ice cream are also available any time of day. All students, regardless of being residential or commuter, will have access to many of the Tufts buildings. In particular, your Tufts ID will allow you to access the main library, Tisch, as well as the Tufts gym. And the gym, students can use the workout machines as well as the swimming pool and indoor track.
Looks like we may have gotten a few more questions, so we're just going to check on that.
What is scholarship based on?
Is it based on kids' GPA or parents' income? So all of our financial aid decisions are based, they're need-based and reviewed on a first-come, first-served basis. Yes, so it's based on the parents' annual income.
Are there if there's any other questions that anyone has, please feel free to chat us or send Q&A questions in now. And as always, I would like to make one correction on this slide. I apologize in front of you. The phone number is 627-2926, or email us at precollege.tufts.edu anytime with questions, and we will get right back to you. What other social activities are offered at TCE?
Yeah, so that varies on a summer-to-summer basis, and we're still figuring out the exact logistics with our team. But in the past, and we anticipate for the summer, there are things like bowling, movies, anything. I mean, Tufts is located right outside of a major urban center here in Boston. So the activities are really varied, and there's never you're never at a lack for things to do here. So and as the summer gets closer, you will be able to, and if you're in the Tufts College Experience program, you'll be able to access a list of activities that are planned. Yeah, and we'll keep it all posted on our website as things get updated. Yeah, as always, you can email us with questions as it gets closer to the date if you're interested in specific, dates, times.
Okay. So another question that we got is, how is the program admission decision made if there's no essay required? So obviously we look at transcript, we look at academic history. We look
at the strength of some of your courses, especially for some of our program intensives like the Engineering Design Lab or the Coding 101 intensive. for those intensives, particularly, we're looking at stronger backgrounds in maths and sciences. And we also do take your letter of recommendation into account as well. It's a really, really big part of your application.
And also just for Tufts College experience and courses of Tufts for high schoolers, since those are open enrollment courses that are full-on undergraduate courses here at Tufts, some of them do have formal prerequisites, and we cannot admit you into those courses if you don't have those prerequisites or some equivalent. So that's one of those situations where you just really have to do research into the courses that you're interested in taking. We have a PDF up on the website for the Tufts College experience, and you can find a full listing of courses for courses at Tufts for high schoolers on our website as well, and all of the prereq information is there.
And while all of our programs are very competitive based on your student accomplishments and background, we will just reinforce that placement is on a first come first served basis. So as soon as you submit your application, we're going to be looking into your application to make that decision very quickly. So as we say on our website, and we've said previously in the session, we commit to a 10-day turnaround period for application decisions. And like we said, as soon as our numbers get full for our programs, we do close them. So just a continued prompt to submit your application early.
So we have a question about the 2-week intensives. Are they all offered to rising sophomores with the exception of MiniMed School? So international relations is also only for rising juniors. So MiniMed and IR are rising sophomores are not eligible.
We have a question that says, is there any way to get in touch with my roommate before? Our residence life people will be in touch with you prior to coming to campus to give you this information about the person that you'll be staying with, as well as what life is like in the residence halls and other details you'll need to know about what you need to bring to campus.
And we also received a question. This is fairly specific, but hopefully we can do our best for it. And Sally and Karen, feel free to jump in here. For students interested in industrial design, should they take EDL or studio art? I'll give my 2 cents first. It really depends on what kind of student you are. So for instance, if you are more the hands-on type who wants to do the nitty-gritty work of industrial design, perhaps SMFA studio art would be best for you, because you do get that dedicated studio space and you'll be doing your own projects while you're there. On the other hand, if you want to learn more about the design process, design thinking, and the idea of getting a consumer product on the market with a specific focus on engineering design lab would probably be more your speed. They're both very hands-on, and they both have a very good basis in the theory and concept behind what you're doing. But it's really just what kind of experience you'd like. And if you'd like to talk through that more, feel free to call us or email us. Okay, so this is another good question. If I were to exceed 8 credits in the Tufts College experience, would I be charged on the extra credits for the Tufts College experience? No. The tuition is flat for that program. However, if you can only take up to and including 10 credits, and in most cases we'll contact you before letting you do that, because that's a really heavy course load, even for someone going into their junior year of college for the summer. For courses at Tufts for high schoolers, you will be charged for the extra credits. It's $990 per SHU, which is semester hour unit. So a normal 3-credit class there will be $29.70, but for TCE, no, it's a flat rate.
Okay. Well, it looks like for right now, that seems to be. Oh wait, sorry, we just got another one.
So I think that this is saying that your specific school won't take credits for the summer. I mean, all of our courses that are offered for credit, you also have the option to take it not for credit. So we've had students do that if that's the question. Yeah, so like I said, the courses that are offered for credit can also be taken without having to take it for credit. But if you have a more specific, or if you have, if we didn't answer that, you can always just email us and call us, and we can try to help you out.
And there's a question on the application that asks whether you want to take the courses for credit, so you can clarify there as well. Yeah.
I think it. Do we have another one? Oh, I do. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Do these undergrad courses? Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, people. It keeps jumping. Do these undergrad courses count for AP credit?
No.
Yeah, so generally, if you're going, for instance, for like an AP degree, then no, but that's really at the discretion of your high school, your home institution. Tufts grants Tufts University credit, and whatever your high school accepts is at the discretion of your high school.
But Tufts is not a dual enrollment
Correct.
institution.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it for our questions for tonight. Thank you all for joining. And remember, if you'd like to join our Thursday intensive deep dive, check out our social media pages. We have Summer at Tufts on Facebook and Tufts Pre-College on Instagram.
Yes.